What's up, guys? It's your boy the Boom, and I am back for another video. And for a couple years now, WWE has wasted multiple people. It's been people we've talked about on my channel. It's people I've wanted to make videos about. I made a video about Sting being wasted because he lost to Triple H, Bray Wyatt being wasted because he lost to old people, and they was always doing goofy stuff with his character or whatever. And then I did one on Batista because they tried to force him in the main event of WrestleMania, even though he was a really great bad guy. And now it made people think Batista's overrated and stuff. And I know I always talk about people being wasted. I want to talk about somebody they did not waste. I think he's the number one they did not waste it. Because if they did, it's like, what are you doing? And I'm going to say this. This is something they didn't even want. This is something they didn't plan, but they still at least did it. They made the move because they realized, what are we doing? Stop being difficult. And I realized these last couple of years, like the 2020 year, Vince just lost it. 2021 year, Vince lost it. He started firing everybody. It's like, dang. It's like, what is going on? He started tripping and firing everybody and getting rid of like the best people. When he got rid of Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt at like the same time, it was like, yo, what is going on? And I feel like nobody's on the roster anymore. It feel like a lot of people just aren't on the roster anymore because he couldn't make people happy. But that's not the point though. That's not the point. Let's get to somebody that he did not waste. Daniel Bryan. I think he's the biggest person that Vince or WWE did not waste. It started off 2010, I remember him coming with the Nexus, iconic debut, and he kind of stood out a little bit. I was like, oh, the nice guy. He was the nice guy in the Nexus. To me, I was like, oh, he's the nice guy. And then they brought him back, because I think he was a popular person in Netflix. I didn't know nothing about his ROH stuff or whatever. Then I wasn't watching wrestling, like, during that 2011, 12, and 13 years. I stopped watching wrestling. And then I started watching because of the Yes Movement video trailer or video package for his WrestleMania main event match. And it represents everything that Daniel Bryan had to go through. And man, it's some iconic moments during that Yes Movement run. He just had some great moves. Like one of the big ones I think about is the not the press conference. It's like the world championship ceremony where they had all the former world title winners and WWE championship winners when they had the was a unified titles, when they merged the titles together. And I remember everybody being out there, and the fans would not stop cheering for Daniel Bryan. They did not stop cheering. They kept cheering and cheering, and they never gave it because they understood why the people like Daniel Bryan, because he is an underdog. WWE didn't like a certain group of people, the smaller guys, and when you see somebody that's talented get treated wrong just because of how they look and stuff, like they're like look and stuff, it's like they're the underdog. Like, I'm cheering for you because you did nothing wrong. We're just rooting for you to win, even though they don't like you. You're really talented, and you are a guy, man. And Daniel Bryan is that guy. That's why the fans was cheering for him, and such a good dude, man. Good dude. And then they tried multiple times to mess it up. But now I have a conspiracy theory. Just a quick conspiracy theory. What if the whole time the Yes Movement was, they were going to set that up anyways? They knew that, like, Daniel Bryan was going to always go to WrestleMania, and that was the goal. But they just tricked us into thinking we were the ones that we made it happen. But it was really them all along. That's a good conspiracy, man, because I be thinking about that. Like, think about it. Go back to the Elimination Chamber match in 2014. Stuff like that's like, really? Why would you do that? Why would you put Daniel Bryan in the Elimination Chamber match, even though you know people want him to win? Don't play with people's emotions like that. But, they do that. Maybe I'm wrong. They do just randomly do that a lot. Like, a lot of that Roman Reigns stuff, when they were trying to make good guy Roman Reigns the man, seriously, all they had to do was actually have him fight bad guys. They purposely put him up against people we liked. Like Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble 2015. Just don't have Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble. Just do not do certain stuff. When he fought Sheamus during that 2015 time, people actually cheered him. Or like when he was like, Triple H, they sort of cheered him, but they was mainly booing him. It's stuff is like, y'all just chose to make it difficult. Y'all did dumb stuff and made Roman Reigns' job way harder. But yes, Daniel Bryan, I just said that's an interesting conspiracy. What if the Yes movie was always WWE's planned and all of that? And yes, the Royal Rumble was a big moment. Moments where WWE tried to just stop Daniel Bryan's momentum. Royal Rumble 2014. He wasn't in the Royal Rumble match, and it's like, man, we wanted him in the Royal Rumble match to win and go to the main event of WrestleMania. Then he was in an Elimination Chamber match and lost. It's like, why are you doing that to the fans? And then you actually got them. We cheered so much for Daniel Bryan. They gave us the moment. Daniel Bryan won in the main event of WrestleMania. That was a great moment. Then he got hurt, and that hurt. But at least the main thing was they gave somebody a chance, and they became a main eventer. They became important. Everybody loves them, and it showed we believe in you. And so Daniel Bryan was officially a main eventer now, and they didn't waste Daniel Bryan, man. He won the world titles. He won the belt. He already won it before, but it wasn't like they trusted him. This was like, he's the guy. He's the man on Raw and stuff, and that was a cool moment. They usually be so difficult, just giving the fans what they want. They are difficult sometimes. It's like, why would you do that just to make us hurt and sad? Like, some of that stuff they just doing to Bray Wyatt was like, why? Why did Bray Wyatt lose to Goldberg? It hurts for real. But Daniel Bryan, they didn't mess up, man. Because if he would have lost, he never won that world title or whatever, and he started doing stupid, goofy characters and stuff, it's like, man, what are you doing? Like, off topic again, but when Sami Zayn was like a manager, when I started watching wrestling, I was like, they really did my boy Sami Zayn like this. And I was like, man, he might never get out of that. He really became a manager for like a good year or whatever, and wasn't doing no wrestling. It was with like Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, random tag teams and stuff, but they just be so random. Daniel Bryan got hurt after he won the world championship, so he had to get rid of the titles, and eventually he came back, and he never lost that main eventer role. And I'm glad they never gave up on him. They tried it again. One moment that gets everybody mad. This is worse than anything to me, in my opinion. The 2015 Royal Rumble. They put him in the Royal Rumble, and he like got out like this. He was like the sixth person to get out in the Royal Rumble. It was like, what? I remember watching that live. I was like, huh? You got him out already? And it was like, just don't put him in the match. And you know, people was mad at Roman Reigns. And the crazy thing is, The Rock came back and couldn't even save Roman Reigns. It's like, we love Daniel Bryan. Y'all really gonna do us like that? But it's okay. They still give Daniel Bryan they gave him more titles and more big runs. And I think he main evented WrestleMania again. So he's a 2-time main eventer, maybe even 3-time. Maybe I'm missing something. But he fought Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania, iconic run. And the funny thing is, they had eventually Daniel Bryan worked with Vince. Like, it was a kind of a, Daniel Bryan became what's it called? He became not an A+ player, and wasn't a B+ player anymore. So it was like, yeah, like Daniel Bryan eventually became that main eventer guy. And it just shows like, man, at least they get some people right. Some people get it good and other people don't get it good. Like, at least they gave Dean Ambrose the championship one time. So at least he can say he was the WWE champion at a point. Dolph Ziggler at least got the world title that one time. CM Punk, at least he got a lot of stuff, He got a lot of stuff. And at least Daniel Bryan got his, all of it, man. And he just was one of those people we like so much. It's like, man, he has to get that W. If he doesn't get it, man, then the fans have no power. We have no say in what happens. We're telling you, we like this wrestler, so make this wrestler the guy. And they listen. So tell me how y'all feel about this. How do y'all feel about Daniel Bryan? Bryan Danielson, he's in AEW now. And that's the crazy thing. One more thing. When he left WWE, I was okay with it. You know why? Because he accomplished everything that he needed to accomplish. That's the main thing. I was like, I'm okay with it. I'm happy for him. And I would have been okay with it either way. He didn't accomplish anything, because he's like, you do whatever you want to do. But it's like, man, I'm more happy. It's like, at least he got everything. He got the main events, and he went out like facing Roman Reigns as his last match, and main event in WrestleMania his last year, and doing good stuff. It was just a good last year. It was a great run, man. And I heard he's about to retire soon at AEW. He said he has one more year in him, and that hurts, man, to hear that. But Daniel Bryan's my guy. Like I said, tell me how y'all feel about DB, Daniel Bryan, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Anime Boom, my peace.